What if I told you there are foods sitting in your pantry right now that your great-grandchildren could still eat safely? No, this isn't science fiction, it's science fact. In the next few minutes, you're going to discover 11 foods that literally never expire when stored correctly. We're talking decades, even centuries of shelf life. Whether you're preparing for emergencies, trying to save money, or just tired of throwing away spoiled food, this information could change everything about how you stock your kitchen. Welcome to Prep Pantry, where we help you prepare smarter, not harder. If you're ready to build a food supply that outlasts anything life throws at you, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss our life-saving tips. Now, let's dive into these immortal foods. Let's start with something you use every single day, salt. This humble mineral is one of humanity's oldest preservatives, and for good reason. Salt is composed of sodium chloride, and it's been keeping our foods safe for thousands of years. But here's what makes it truly eternal. Salt works by dehydrating food and creating an environment where bacteria and microorganisms simply cannot survive. Think about it. Before refrigeration existed, our ancestors relied on salt to preserve meat and fish for months, even years at a time. Table salt goes through a refining process that removes impurities and additives, which makes it incredibly stable and resistant to spoilage. As long as you store your salt in Mylar bags and keep it in a cool, dry place, it will remain perfectly safe to consume indefinitely. That's right, indefinitely. The salt you buy today could be used by your descendants 100 years from now. Next up is sugar, another pantry staple that defies time itself. Sugar has some fascinating properties that make it virtually indestructible. It attracts and retains moisture, which might sound counterintuitive, but this actually inhibits the growth of bacteria and molds. Sugar also has an extremely low water activity level, which further prevents any microbial growth from taking hold. Now, you might have noticed that sugar sometimes hardens into a solid brick over time. Don't worry, this happens because it's absorbing moisture from the air, but it doesn't mean your sugar has gone bad. It's still completely safe to consume. Just break it up or grind it down, and it's as good as new. When properly stored, sugar can last indefinitely without any loss of quality whatsoever. And then there's honey, nature's perfect food. This golden nectar is truly remarkable. Honey is produced by bees and has an extremely low water content, which makes it absolutely inhospitable for bacteria and other microorganisms. But that's not all. Honey also has a low pH level, which creates an acidic environment that inhibits bacterial growth even further. Here's something incredible. Archaeologists have discovered pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old, and that honey is still perfectly edible. When stored correctly in a sealed container, honey can last indefinitely thanks to its natural antimicrobial properties. If your honey crystallizes over time, don't throw it out. Just gently warm it up and it'll return to its liquid state. Now let's talk protein. When it comes to survival food, canned meat is an absolute top contender. It not only provides an excellent source of protein, but it also boasts an incredibly impressive shelf life. Canned meats like chicken, beef, and pork can last much, much longer than the best by date printed on the can. The secret behind canned meat's longevity is the canning process itself. The meat is sealed in an airtight container and then subjected to extremely high temperatures. This process kills all bacteria and microorganisms, preventing their growth and ensuring the meat stays safe to consume for years, sometimes decades, beyond what you'd expect. The key to maximizing the shelf life is ensuring your cans are in good condition. Look for any dents, bulges, or rust on the can. If the can looks perfect and doesn't smell off when you open it, that meat is almost certainly safe to eat, even if it's years past the printed date. Your eyes and nose are your best tools for ensuring safety. Let's move on to a staple that feeds billions around the world, white rice. Especially long-grain white rice has an incredible longevity that might surprise you. Researchers have actually studied this and found that when stored properly in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers at room temperature, white rice can maintain its nutrient content and flavor for up to 30 years, 3 decades. You might be wondering why white rice lasts so much longer than brown rice. The answer is simple. White rice has had its natural oils removed during processing. While brown rice is healthier in the short term, those oils cause it to spoil relatively quickly. White rice without those oils remains perfectly edible for extended periods, making it an absolute excellent option for long-term food storage. Pasta is another versatile kitchen ingredient that doubles as a reliable survival food. With proper storage, pasta can last anywhere from 20 to 30 years. In its original packaging, pasta typically has a shelf life of just a few years. But when you upgrade that storage, placing it in airtight containers like 5-gallon buckets, inside Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, it lasts exponentially longer.
Pasta's longevity comes down to its ingredients. Most pasta is made from durum wheat, which has a high protein content that makes it less susceptible to spoilage over time. Add to that pasta's naturally low moisture content, which inhibits bacterial and mold growth, and you've got yourself a food that can outlast most disasters and emergencies with ease. Dried beans are nutritional powerhouses and an absolutely essential component of any long-term food storage plan. They're packed with protein, fiber, and essential minerals, making them an excellent source of sustenance during emergencies. While the quality and texture of beans may decrease somewhat after 30 years, they're still considered safe to consume even beyond that time frame. To store beans for the long haul, they need to be properly dried and completely free of moisture before you seal them in airtight containers with Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers. This crucial step helps prevent mold growth and insect infestations. Beans are one of those foods where proper storage technique makes all the difference between decades of reliability and complete failure. In times of crisis, maintaining a balanced diet that includes fruits and vegetables is absolutely crucial for your health. This is where canned fruits and vegetables become invaluable. These foods retain their nutrients and flavor for extended periods, often far longer than most people realize. Just like canned meat, canned fruits and vegetables last far beyond the best buy date printed on the can, all thanks to that same canning process we discussed earlier. The high temperature treatment and airtight seal keep these foods safe and nutritious for years. As long as the can isn't damaged, no dents, bulges, or rust, the food inside remains perfectly safe to consume. Don't let those expiration dates fool you into throwing away perfectly good food. Here's one that might surprise you. Certain types of alcohol, particularly vodka, have an indefinite shelf life. Now, the flavor profile might change slightly over time due to oxidation, especially once a bottle has been opened, but as long as the bottle remains properly sealed, the alcohol inside remains safe to consume basically forever. Beyond providing a way to relax during stressful times, alcohol has several practical uses in emergency situations. It can serve as an effective antiseptic for cleaning wounds, a powerful disinfectant for surfaces and tools, and even as a pain reliever in desperate situations. Having a bottle or two of vodka in your emergency supplies isn't just about having a drink, it's about having a multi-purpose tool. Rolled oats are a breakfast staple with an impressively long shelf life that often gets overlooked. When stored in a cool, dry place inside Mylar bags, rolled oats can last anywhere from 20 to 30 years. While they're not quite as versatile as rice or pasta, rolled oats can still be used in a variety of recipes, from classic oatmeal to homemade granola bars, cookies, and even as a binder in meatloaf or burger patties. Their long shelf life and nutritional value make rolled oats an excellent addition to any long-term food storage plan. Plus, they're filling, provide sustained energy, and are gentle on the digestive system, all important factors during stressful emergency situations. Finally, let's talk about powdered milk. In the absence of fresh milk, powdered milk is a reliable and surprisingly long-lasting dairy alternative. Now, let's be honest, it won't taste quite as good as fresh milk straight from the refrigerator, but when fresh milk isn't an option, powdered milk absolutely serves its purpose. Properly stored powdered milk can have a shelf life of around 20 years or even more. It's perfect for baking, eating with cereals, and any recipes that require milk. Whether you're making pancakes, baking bread, or just need something to add to your coffee, powdered milk provides that dairy component when fresh options simply aren't available. There you have it, 11 foods that can literally outlast generations when stored correctly. From the ancient preservation power of salt and honey to modern solutions like canned meats and powdered milk, you now have the knowledge to build a truly long-term food supply. The best part? Most of these foods are affordable and easy to find. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars all at once. Start with just a few items and gradually build your stockpile over time. Remember, proper storage is absolutely key here. Invest in Mylar bags, oxygen absorbers, and airtight containers. These simple tools are what transform regular pantry items into foods that can last decades. If you found this valuable, smash that like button and subscribe to Prep Pantry for more life-saving preparation tips. Drop a comment below and tell us which of these immortal foods you're adding to your pantry first. Are you team honey, team rice, or are you going all in with a comprehensive stockpile? We'd love to hear your strategy. Stay prepared, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.